Hi everyone. I have been working on this application called as ZenFocus. This is a productivity application that helps you to stay focused on the task. And I built this application because I did not find what I was looking for in the market. I did not find the app that offered the features that I wanted. This app is completely built by AI from scratch with little to no code writing from me. This is a simple to-do application with the features of Pomodoro timer as well as time tracking. Let me show you features first. So you can add tasks over here. You can also assign a category to the task just like this. If you click on this icon over here, it will complete the task and it will move to the history tab like this. If you click on this bolt icon, it will start focus session, prompting you to focus on the task, to prepare yourself for doing the task. And you can see here, this animation appears for around 10 seconds. It will disappear and this task will appear in a small window over here on the top of all the other apps that you work on in your device. So I'll just go to Finder and you can see the window is on the top of all the tasks. I feel that this is one of the most important feature of this app that I have built, to be able to see the task that you are doing on the top of all the other windows. And there is also a feature to track the time, which shows the time that has elapsed after you start the focus session. You can also pause the timer or resume it. And once you finish the task, you can complete the task with this icon and it will start a new task completion animation that will congratulate you for completing the task. This is a simple application, ZenFocus application, to help you stay focused. And it also has some other features like setting daily goals, against which it will track your daily time, daily focus time. I have completed 41% of the daily goal today. And you can also see weekly overview. Then over here stats. You can view stats in different time interval, and then there is a history view that will show you a timeline view of all the tasks. I did not do any coding for this application because I'm not a very good programmer. I was learning 100 days of SwiftUI and I was in day 51 when I quit. So I built this app completely from scratch by using Cursor AI and Cloud AI. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can also build your own applications, or how you can build your own ideas to life by using AI. I built this application using SwiftUI, so it is available only for Mac devices. If you want to try out the app, you can download it from the link given in the description, zenfocus.prakashtosipacks.com. I built this application for Mac OS using SwiftUI, and for Mac application, you have to use Xcode, which is an IDE exclusive for Apple devices, especially Macs. So you will need to create a new project first. I'll just write the name, a new Mac. Okay, just new Mac. Great. So it will create these two files, the name of the app file and the content view file. Now we'll need to download Cursor. Cursor is a AI powered code editor. You can download it from cursor.com. I guess that's the website, cursor.com. You can download it for free. Built to make you extraordinarily productive, Cursor is the best way to code with AI. Download it from there, and once you have downloaded, you will need to open that folder that you recently created. Or you can also open an empty folder if you are starting from scratch and if you are building a project for different platform. I choose to create a Xcode project first because it is more easier to integrate Xcode and this Cursor AI that way. So I'll click on open folder and it is inside downloads folder, new MA. So the name is just random. Okay, so I'll just open this and you have these two files, content view and new MA app Swift file. So if you do not have any of these, you can just go to Command K and it will open this Cursor Composer. This is one of the most important, or this is one of the best feature of Cursor AI, that is Composer. I already have two files over here, so I'll just select these two files, two code files, and I'll just click on right click and click on add files to Composer. This will add two files to Composer, and the AI will read these files once you add them. Here now you need to give instruction to the app. You need to tell the app what you want to build, what are the features that you want, how you want the app to implement different features. So I'll just try to create a simple timer application. Okay, so create a timer application for Mac. I will be showing you an example by adding a new feature in my previous application, ZenFocus. But for now, this is just an example of how you can use this. So create a timer application for Mac. Here is the option to add a prompt. You can add a prompt. So I just give it a simple prompt to create a timer application. And you can see here it is responding me with the code for content view and time manager code. First, it made some changes to the content view file. Then it created a new file called as time manager, which is over here. But this will only be visible once you accept the code. Once you accept all of these modifications, you can see the changes over here. If you already have a good coding experience, then you can check these files individually. You can go over these files. Let's say content view is the file that it made changes to. So this red here is an indication that it's deleted in the new version, and green here is the addition in the new version. So you can click on yes individually by going to the file, or you can just go to the composer and accept all. Now let me go back to Xcode and see what it has built. This is the application that it has built. Click on run and it will start building the application. You can see here it is being built. Let me go back to cursor and see what it has told. Okay, we also need to add the alarm.mp3 file in order to play the sound after task completion. So this here is a simple timer application. 30 minutes and the timer is started. So this is a way to create an application by using Cursor Composer. Once the Cursor AI has created new files, you again need to add that to Composer so that it has a context of all the files in your code base. Then you can ask the Composer to add new features or implement a feature differently. Over here, you will be able to tell the AI whatever you want to do, and it will rewrite the code in the necessary files. It will create new files if necessary, and it will help you build the application. You can iterate over the application as long as you want, and unless you are happy, you can keep on iterating. So I'll just close this timer application and I will go to the ZenFocus code files. I'll just close this from Xcode as well. So I want a way to automatically show or hide main window after starting and ending focus session. I'm going to show you what I want to build first. Okay, so I already have this application right now. What I want is when I click on focus, it should automatically hide this view. Currently it does not. So I'll just press on focus and it will start a focus animation with the option with few prompts. After the animation finishes, you can still see the main window over here. I don't want that. When the focus session is started, I want this main application window to hide. And when the task is completed, I want this main window to be visible again. So I'll just complete this task and correctly the task completion animation, but it does not show back the main window. Now I want to add this feature to the application. So I'll go to cursor, open the folder where all of the code files are present for my application ZenFocus. Okay, this is it. And these are all the code files that are created by AI. I'll select all of these files, deselect these MP3 files, click on add files to cursor. Now, once you have added all the code files to it, you can ask it to create that feature. The AI won't understand what is in your mind. So you will need to be as detailed as you can be so that it can be very precise in what it's making. So I'll just ask it to build that feature. So here I have added a prompt. I want you to add a feature that automatically hides the main window on the start of focus session and automatically shows the main window after the task completion. So let's see what the AI is able to bring out. It will make all the necessary changes by looking into all of the code files. You can see how powerful it is just by looking at the number of code files. It looks through all of the code files and makes necessary changes. There are only two files that needs to be changed. That is window manager.swift file and zenfocus.swift file. Let us see what are the changes that it made. Let's go to window manager.swift file. and it added this one line code to show main window after task completion. And another code it added is to show main window. Okay, this is for task completion, but where is it for focus start? So here it is. It added the option to hide and show the main window after both starting focus session and completing the task. Although I do not have a lot of coding knowledge and experience, I have been working on this application for the past few days, so I do understand some of the code and what the code does. So I'm able to see what this code does. Okay, so in the ZenFocus file as well, it has made some changes. Okay, let's go to Xcode and our project folder ZenFocus. These are our files. Let's run this code. First, let me close the application that we have installed. Okay, build is successful. It is being built over here, the application ZenFocus. Okay, the application is here. Let's see if our code works or not. Let's start a focus session and see if the window is still visible over there or not. If it is visible, then we'll still need to modify the code and the code is not working properly. We'll need to tell that to cursor. Okay, so the window is automatically hidden, but not as smoothly as we wanted it to hide. So let's complete the task and see if the window automatically appears or not. Okay, the feature to automatically show or hide the window is working, but it is not working exactly as I wanted it to. I don't want it to be visible like that. I'll just go to cursor again. This is the power of Cursor AI. You can make changes or you can iterate over the code until you are satisfied. I'll just tell it. Here is a prompt that I added. The main window disappears after focus animation view. It should disappear after the button is pressed. And similarly for task completion as well, it disappears after task completion animation is finished. Rather, it should appear after the task completion button is pressed. Let's modify the window manager class to address the timing problems. Okay, it made some changes over here, but it also made changes to the focus session view, which made the changes to show and hide main windows even when the timer is paused and resumed. So we'll delete that individually later. So I'll just accept all, go to Xcode. Now go to focus session view and remove that code from here. So it is over here. Hide the main window when resuming. Let's close this one and let's see if it works as we want it to. Let's add a new task and start a focus session. Time to focus. Let's cross it. Okay. Okay, so the main window disappears after the completion of the animation view. That is not exactly what we wanted. But now this one is working. The main window is being displayed right after the task completion, but the main window is not being hidden right after starting a focus session. If you are not satisfied with something, or if you want to build a feature and the feature is not implemented correctly, then you can tell it to make changes. Or if you already have a coding experience, then you can make the changes yourself. So this is the prompt that I added. The task completion one is working correctly, but not the focus session animation view. What I want you to do is when a focus session is started, right there, hide the main window. Maybe you need to look in task row or task list view file. You need to give the AI right direction if it is not following in the right direction. Currently, it is only changing the window manager file and ZenFocus. So I made sure it will also look into other relevant files. Now let's see if it does what we wanted it to do. Let's go to task list view file and see the changes that it has made. Task list view. Okay, now on start focus, it has added a new line of code, window manager, hide the main window. So I think this will work accurately. Let me go again to Xcode, build this application to see if it is implemented correctly or not. Okay, perfect. So the window is being hidden right after the focus session is started. So once the animation finishes, you won't be able to see the main window. Rather, you will be able to view the mini view of the task over here. This is great. So this is how you use Cursor AI in order to build application. I'm showing you an example of building a macOS application using Xcode and SwiftUI. But if you are building application for a different platform, then you will need to use a different IDE. You will need to use a different application builder. But the code work will all be done by Cursor AI. So this is how I built the application ZenFocus. I'll close this. How do you mark it as a complete? I'll need to go to dashboard first. In progress, completed. But I will also need to publish or make an update to the application now. I'll do that later. One of the user on my YouTube was asking some of the questions related to application. Let me address those questions. Here is the comment by Michael Scott. Damn, it is pretty cool. I wish you could have documented Cursor or complete procedure on how you would have made to learn more. Great work, man. Okay, so like all the obstacles or whatever things you faced and troubleshooter and debugged would have been helpful. The reason why it took me 7 to 10 days just to build the basic version that you have currently is because of a lot of problems, a lot of troubleshooting. One of the biggest problem that I faced with this code is the animation view, the focus start animation view and task completion animation view. It is a full screen animation view that covers your entire screen. When I tried to implement that using Cursor AI, it was giving a lot of errors. The application was being terminated in the middle. What I did was I just copied the error code and pasted in the Cursor, and it will not give me the good response or give me a good result on the first try from the error. If there was an error, it would not give the best result on the first try. And many of the times I started the app from scratch. So I would have built the basic version of the app, like the option to add tasks and to show the stats view, and then the task animation view would just not work. So even if I tell the AI about the errors, it would not work. So I would build that app from the scratch again to see what the problem is. And finally, once the AI was able to get through that problem, I would save that version of the application. I would copy the entire code and save it elsewhere, so that if the Cursor AI messes with the code, I can go back to the previous version that I have made and that is working properly. One suggestion that I have for you is that regularly save your code. Once you have built a basic version or once you have added some features, save it, because the Cursor AI will make changes to the code and sometimes it may break. And if you have a previous version that's a working version, then it is easy to go back instead of trying to build it again from scratch. Let's see other options. Anyways, if you try again anything similar to record, let us know what you would have gotten through. Okay, I talked about animation feature. Yeah, the animation feature was also implemented by natural language coding. I did not tweak or use any of my knowledge about those things. If you go to Xcode, let's see the animation code here. Task completion animation. And this is the task completion animation. The task completion animation will show you one of the hype messages from the messages that I have set here. This is the entire code for task completion animation, and this is the entire code for focus start animation. And all of the animations are managed inside this window manager, and all of this is done by AI, not by me. Yeah, some of the things like adding adding these hype messages, etc. are done by me. That is not coding, by the way. Also, it would be cool if you could open source or give source code and put it in GitHub. If it is not bare one currently, it does not have editable time or database or things or stuffs, but which is fine. Only function editing time or stop would be required currently. Okay, I don't know if I would open source it or not, but I'm trying to make this one of the best application. Or I don't know, maybe I'll just work on it till I make it good enough for me. Currently, I'm not satisfied with all the features. I want to add new features and I also want to make it better. So if you want to use this application, then you can download it from the link in the description. This is a Mac app. You can suggest some of the features and your suggestions and feedback will shape the future of this application. It will also be cool if you could share with what and how did you build it and procedure in short or long, however you like. Also, how did you prompt things or chain of thought or stuff. Probably OpenAI o1 model just released like on 12 September. I have not used the OpenAI o1 version. I have used the default Cursor model. Maybe that is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. And it is able to give me good code and good solutions to the problems or errors that I have. One problem that I worked on for a complete day, like 10 to 12 hours, I was trying to fix that problem, but I was not able to. I was telling the AI what is happening, what are the errors, and the AI was giving some responses. The AI was telling me to do this, do that, but none of that was working. And finally, I went to Google and searched for that error, and it was all, the only thing that was necessary was to add this code, keyable panel code, and it was able to solve this problem. So sometimes the AI won't be able to get it right, especially in cases of new programming language, because SwiftUI is a relatively new programming language. So it won't have as much data to consume as other programming languages like Python, JavaScript, etc. If I knew this, it would have saved me an entire day. So working with Cursor AI on your own app can be frustrating at times, but it will all be worth it because you will be building something that you want, something that you personally want to use. So that is all for this video. I think I have addressed all the questions from Michael Scott. Thank you for your valuable comment. I'll be adding new features to the ZenFocus application as well. If you want to use the application, go down in the link in the description. It is free currently. Download it, install it, and focus more and work more. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great time. See you again in the next video. I think I will be creating more AI related videos, at least related to ZenFocus. I'll be giving more updates on the new features I have added. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great time. Bye bye.